You wake up horny, not, oh, that was a nice dream, horny. Nope. You wake up like your body just clocked in for its full-time job as a chaos engine. The sun isn't even up yet, and your brain is already screaming, sex, now. Meanwhile, you're just trying to find your socks. Being horny all the time sounds fun in theory. People think it means endless pleasure, like you're starring in some luxury fantasy where everyone is naked, oiled up, and begging to join your personal after-party. But in reality, it's basically living in a haunted house where the ghost is your libido, and it won't shut up. You can't focus. You sit at work staring at spreadsheets, and suddenly the numbers start looking like Kama Sutra positions. Column B is a leg. Row 17 is a thigh. Your boss asks if you finished the report, and you're like, yes, I was very close. And don't even get me started on public spaces. Grocery stores are hell. You're just trying to buy bananas, and your brain immediately turns into a 13-year-old boy's Tumblr feed. Bananas, cucumbers, zucchinis. You can't even look at produce without needing a cigarette after. Movies? Forget it. You can't watch anything without it turning into amateur porn in your head. A character takes off a coat, boom, horny. Someone drinks water too slowly, boom, horny. A nature documentary shows two turtles mating. You're like, I shouldn't be into this, but here we are. And the worst part is, you're not smooth about it. You think you're hiding it. You think you're playing it cool. You're not. Everyone can see you vibrating like a malfunctioning washing machine. Your face does that guilty twitch. Your eyes dart around like you're being chased by the FBI. You laugh too hard at bad jokes because your body is begging for some kind of release. Sleep doesn't exist. You lay down at night, desperate for rest, and your body is like, oh, so this is the perfect time to remember every sexy detail of every human being you've ever met. And suddenly you're wide awake, sweaty, and considering whether you should buy stock in lotion. Oh, and let's not forget the romantic consequences. Because here's the thing. Being horny all the time doesn't make you a sex god. It makes you a liability. Every interaction feels like a bad rom-com, written by a pervert. You try to flirt, but you overshoot. You're not charming. You're a walking thirst trap with zero boundaries. You ask someone what their favorite color is, and somehow it comes out sounding like an innuendo. They say blue, and your brain is like, imagine them in blue lingerie. Imagine them on blue sheets. Imagine them whispering dirty things in a room lit by a blue LED strip. Meanwhile, they just wanted to talk about paint swatches. Dating apps? Absolute torture. Every profile is a landmine. You swipe once, and your body goes, yes, now, marry them, breed with them. You swipe again, and it's the same thing. You're not choosing partners, you're letting your genitals run an entire HR department, and spoiler alert, they're terrible at it. And God help you if you actually get into a relationship, because suddenly, your partner becomes both your greatest joy and your biggest hostage. They sneeze, and you're like, wow, that was hot. They yawn, hot. They butter toast. Oh my God, marry me on the counter right now. They're just trying to live, and you're behind them like a cartoon wolf, howling with your tongue rolled out. And here's the kicker. Being horny all the time doesn't even mean you're getting laid. No, it just means you're constantly stuck in a state of frustration, like someone is dangling a cheeseburger in front of you but never letting you take a bite. You're basically a human car alarm, loud, annoying, and going off at the worst times. Work meetings, funerals, parent-teacher conferences, boom, horny. You're standing there, sweating bullets, praying no one asks you to stand up and give a presentation, because your body has decided this is the moment to betray you. You try to calm down. You try deep breathing, meditation, whatever, but your brain doesn't care. Your brain is like a toddler in a candy store. Every thought gets hijacked. What am I having for dinner? Sex. Should I do laundry? Sex. How's the economy doing? Sex. You're basically Pavlov's dog, except the bell is literally everything. And society doesn't help. Every ad, every show, every TikTok, horny bait. Perfume commercials look like softcore porn. Fast food ads are basically food foreplay. Someone eats a burger too slowly, and suddenly you're sweating like you just ran a marathon. But here's the dark side. Because after a while, it stops being funny. You can't connect with people normally anymore. Every hug feels loaded. Every compliment feels like foreplay. You don't get to just exist. You're trapped in this constant carousel of lust where every horse is naked and staring at you seductively. It's exhausting. You can't get work done. You can't sleep. You can't talk to your friends without sounding like you're auditioning for an adult film. And you feel guilty because deep down, you know not every moment should be sexual. Sometimes a sandwich is just a sandwich. Sometimes a handshake is just a handshake. But your body doesn't care. Your body is like, horny now. Consequences later. You get desperate. You start bargaining with yourself. If I can just get through this meeting without thinking about boobs, I'll be fine. But you never make it. You crack 5 minutes in because someone says the word moisture, and suddenly you're spiraling. And the cravings? They never end. You think once you, handle things, it'll go away? Spoiler, it doesn't. You finish, and 10 minutes later your body's like, round two? It's like having a roommate who never pays rent but constantly eats all your snacks. People think you're lucky. They look at you like, wow, must be amazing to be so sexual all the time. Nope, it's not amazing. It's prison. It's your body turning against you. It's your brain screaming like a broken fire alarm. It's your genitals staging a coup against the rest of your personality. And God forbid you get caught in public with a visible reminder of your condition. Suddenly, you're not just horny, you're a criminal. Society doesn't care that your body is out here writing its own fan fiction without your permission. You're branded a creep, even though you're just trying to buy some damn groceries without looking suspicious. You live in constant fear of being exposed, not in the fun way. In the please don't let anyone see me sweating in line at Starbucks because I accidentally made eye contact with someone holding a latte way. And the cruelest irony, being horny all the time doesn't make you good at sex. It makes you bad at it. You're panting, you're clumsy, and by the time the other person's ready, you're already done and apologizing. You're not living a fantasy. You're surviving a malfunction. You're carrying around a brain that thinks must smash is an appropriate response to literally everything. And you're exhausted. You're tired of the sweat, the guilt, the failed flirting, the embarrassing moments, the late-night battles with your own anatomy. Because yeah, being horny all the time sounds like heaven. But in reality, it's just hell with better lighting.